Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to a brand new video. I'm currently loving this new camera that I've got. My phone's going off. Bloody, I can't even get an intro out nowadays. But anyway, it's the Sony ZV-1, and from what I'm seeing so far, it's excellent quality. The focus is just on point. I can change loads of different settings, so like the background gets defocused and things like that. I can put product showcase on, which is even better. So like if I put something up against the camera, it focuses and unfocuses really good. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. You already see the title, you've already seen the thumbnail, you know where this is going. I'm gonna let the car warm up. I'm gonna go park up somewhere nice, hopefully, not that it's very nice weather outside, and we're just gonna go for a little rundown on how much this car has cost me since the accident. So if you are enjoying the content, make sure you leave a like rating and comment. It helps out a lot, and also subscribing to the channel. That is a big help from everyone, and I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next clip. Right, so guys, I'm gonna not prolong this video. I'm not gonna explain loads and loads into every situation that I paid for. If you guys have kept up with the videos of me fixing the progress of fixing the car, then I appreciate you. And if you haven't, then you're more than welcome to go back to them videos. I'm going to try and explain as much as I can throughout this video, but if I don't explain enough, just chuck a comment, I'll reply. If you look at all my videos, I reply to most people's comments, so leave a comment and leave a like, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I've got my list on my phone right here, and I'm just going to go through everything that it's cost me, and I'll do a little bit of a breakdown, try but not make it like a really stretched out situation. I don't want this video to be fucking 40 minutes long. But anyway, my first ever payment that came out on this car from when I crashed it was the recovery. That was the biggest pain in the ass. They recovered this car about 3/4 of a mile up the road, and they charged me 250 quid. That, if I'd known at the time, I would have had my mate come out and get my car, which would have cost me a fraction of that. But I wasn't thinking about it. As you do, you don't think about them sort of situations at that sort of time. However, the officer that was on the site told me at the end that if I had someone to come out and get my car within 30 minutes, they wouldn't have automatically called someone. But he told me that at the end, not at the beginning. So there's nothing I could have done about it. The next one was my second recovery, to get it from the recovery place back to my house. 30 quid. I'm going to put a little tally up here somewhere, or over here. Probably over here, because it looks nicer over here. And I'm just going to add it all up as we go along. But, so yeah, that was the second recovery, to get it back to mine. And then the progress started where we started fixing it, so that cost 30, which I think I've already tallied up. And then my crash bar was 50 quid, so that's the whole front end of the car, which needed replacing, because where it hit on the corner, it sort of bent the middle up a little bit and it hit the inside of the bonnet. Luckily no frame damage. If you've seen my previous videos, you will know. But headlight, I got that for free because we had one at work, and kindly my boss let me have it, just because of the situation I was in, and it wasn't going to get used up the top of our workplace anyway. Coilover, I had to buy a new passenger side front coilover, and that's the next bit, but the coilover cost me 85 quid, and then I had to buy an anti-roll bar, a shortened anti-roll bar link for that side as well, because that was bent. I had to buy them as a set, so that was 35 quid. And then the hub, because the hub completely snapped off my suspension, that was 20 quid. My airbag for my steering wheel here, that was 50 quid. And then seatbelt tensioner, right? I don't think I ever mentioned this in a video, but my seatbelt tensioner for my seat went off, and my two rears went off as well. So the seat that Melanie was in, and then the seat next to her went off for some reason, I don't know why. So the front seatbelt tensioner cost me 20 quid. And then the belt tensioner for the two rears, both of them, cost me 20 quid for the set. That's them bits. And then front bumper, obviously guys, I will say it would have been a little bit cheaper if I decided to go just to put if I decided to choose to just put the normal bumper back on it, and I decided to not wrap the car things like that. But I'm going to mention it all anyway, because it's the progress of getting from where the crash was to where the car is right now. So yeah, the front bumper cost me 455 quid. That's no prep, no paint, just the bumper come as it was, ABS plastic, splitter and the fog lights and all the grills and stuff that you get with it. So where are we at? Front bumper. And then my wrap cost me just under 500 quid, £480. I've got it written down here as. So that's without me spending 2 weeks wrapping it myself. However long it took me to strip the car, and then obviously wrapping it and then putting it back together. So it roughly took me 2 weeks of early mornings and late nights, but that's my time, which I'm not charging for, obviously, other than my time. But yeah, the wrap cost me just under 500 quid to do the whole lot. And then I also got the rear quarter fixed at the same time before I wrapped it, which I didn't have to do, but I'm adding that in. That cost me 20 quid. So I got the rear quarter pulled out, fillered, and made the body line a hell of a lot better than what it was, because that really would have annoyed me if I wrapped it and that was still there. The wing, so I got a new wing and I got a headlight bracket as well. I got them from the scrapyard and I got them both for 40 quid. So that was the wing and the headlight bracket. And then I got the bonnet, which I drove to the guy and we swapped bonnets. So he took my old one, I think he took it for scrap, and then I bought my bonnet that I've currently got, which is the LCI version, for £80. So well, I've got it down as 60 to £80. I can't exactly remember, it was one or the other, but I had messaged a hell of a lot of people about the bonnet, about a bonnet. So I can't remember if I got priced by someone else for 60 quid and then I paid 80 quid, or I got priced for 80 quid and then paid 60 quid. I'm not entirely sure, can't remember, but it was either or. And then the grills for my bumper, it didn't come with the top grills like the kidney grills. I know I mentioned the grills on the bumper. The grills for the actual bumper, like the bottom ones, if you see it in pictures you'll know what I mean. But then the kidney grills were separate, so I had to buy them, and I had to buy them in gloss black, which they cost me £29.99, call it 30 quid. And then the bumper prep, which I should have listed a bit higher up, because when I said about the bumper I said it wasn't prepped, but the bumper prep cost me 50 quid. So that was to sand it and then spray primer on it and get it ready to be wrapped. And then I also had the tracking done. I had to have the tracking done all the way around, which cost 30 quid, because my mate, he works at Skoda and he done it for me in his own time. Yeah, he's a good friend, he does it all for me. I've got a lot of good people around me. Tyres, tracking, anything mechanical. Most mechanical I can do, but still, I've got a lot of people around me that can help me with things like this. So this is quite a cheap price for what it would have been to someone else, if you know what I mean. The wheel refurbishment, colour change, which I still haven't done yet. The wheels, I had my friend take that wheel off, the wheel that got hit. I had him take it off, he stripped the tyre off and he sanded the rim down, because it was quite sharp. So he sanded it all down and then he put the tyre back on and he rebalanced it and everything. So that's fine to drive on, I just haven't had it refurbished yet. But it's going to cost me about £160 to have my wheels all refurbished. I'm not saying I need them all done, but I'm going to have them all done because I want them to go a different colour. And that's mainly because I've wrapped the car. But yeah, they're going to go a different colour, so I'm getting them all done. I'm going to add that to the price, but just remember that is something that's going to cost me in the near future. And then also, new battery. I picked up a new battery for this, obviously, for £70. And then because where it had been an accident, the airbag went off and obviously my seatbelt tensions went off. It also took out the battery fuse, so that basically on the batteries there's an explosive. if you get into an accident, it explodes and it stops all the power to like your starter, to your engine, to everything like that, to stop electrical fires. I had to buy that, which was £15. And as far as I'm aware, that is everything. I know I didn't make it sound like that power dead. I called it a power dead switch from the battery, so I made it sound like that wasn't the last thing. But yeah, that's the last thing on my list, and that's the last thing I can think of that I've had to fork out for on this car to get it where it is right now. Obviously, some of them I haven't forked out for yet, but they are going to be at some point. And what I totaled that up to is, give or take, £20. So, I mean, do I look back at it and go, holy shit, I spent a lot of money? Why the hell did I do that? Why didn't I just let them take this car? The way I look at it is, this car is now exactly where I want it, bar the fact that the wheels aren't a suitable colour for this. I like it how it is, but the wheel colour doesn't really suit the colour of the car. And the rear bumper, I've always said the rear bumper is horrible, and the exhaust, which the rear bumper and the exhaust change together, so when the rear bumper's changed, the exhaust will look different, if you get what I mean. But they're things that are on the list, as you always do with a car that you want to modify. You're going to have a list, you're going to want to do things to them, but other than that, that's where we sit on price cost for this. Wheels have still got to be done, and the rear bumper, which will all come in good time, and I will be filming it, because I'm going to try, well, I keep saying this, I think I've said it in a video before, but I want to try and film everything and anything that I do car-wise, anything that I ever do entertaining, like vlogs, if I go paintballing, go-karting, anything like that. I just want to film it all for you guys. I didn't just buy this camera just to film this bloody video, that's for sure. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I might leave a little bit of a montage here with pictures of how my car is right now, and pictures that have been taken by other people as well, and then I shall see you in the next video. I appreciate you guys if you have watched up until here. I know this is a hell of a long video clip to watch for just me talking, but at the same time, hopefully it sort of give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes as to what happened, because I didn't really film it as best as I really could have. But other than that, I appreciate you guys so much for being there, supporting me, everything. I appreciate all the people that were around me, supporting me, all friends, family that helped out with getting this car back to how it is now. I really do appreciate everyone. Like I said, my girlfriend bought me my coilovers like less than a month before the accident. She bought them for me on my birthday, and to have a crash and to ruin one of the struts, like, sort of give her a kick to the teeth as well, because she just spent all her money on them. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, I appreciate everyone, and I will see you in the next video.